All right, I am Sharon Graci.
I'm Rodney Rodgers.
We are the co-founders of Pure Theater, and thank you for that incredible introduction. Pure is a professional, regional, contemporary theater. We are in residence at Cannon Street Art Center on Cannon Street down here in downtown Charleston, South Carolina. And yes, amazingly, we are celebrating our 20th anniversary season. We are still married.
Still.
What? We're still making it happen. Yes, we have produced more than 70 regional premieres in the Southeast and over 20 world premiere productions.
We run an ensemble, which basically means we have a family of about 20 theater artists who all come together that have the same passion for theater and learning life that way and basically looking at how people think, basically how that takes us in as both individuals and a group. So, what is theater? We like to think of theater as a collective act of imagination in which a shared space is created for both an audience and the performers. So, what do you need for an act of theater? Well, you need an
audience
and a performers.
And you need the thing that is going to be performed.
It's happening, people.
Right. Oh, babe, I do love you.
We're still married.
So theater is the closest form of drama that most closely resembles your life. So let me try that again. Theater is the form of drama that most closely resembles life.
It happens like it happens in life. People come together in a shared space, oftentimes in the dark out there, and they willingly suspend their disbelief, that's from 8th grade English, and then use your collective imagination to participate in what's happening up here between performers, actors, and story.
Right. And it's powerful. In fact, it's so powerful that a tiny miracle actually happens. When an audience enters a darkened room, they willingly suspend their disbelief, and they participate fully in the joys and the sorrows of what's taking place on stage. Your heartbeats actually synchronize. When theater works, y'all, when theater works, there truly is nothing better. When it doesn't work, stop.
It's actually fairly miserable.
So, bad theater's bad.
When does theater happen?
Theater actually happens now.
Even if you're in a boxing ring in the 20th century.
Or you are in a tiny copse of trees deep in the Texas territory at the end of the Civil War.
Or you're following a librarian from Hoofddorp, Holland, as he transforms across the world to find the miscreant who turned in a 113-year overdue book.
Or you're in a motel room somewhere in Alabama on the last night of Dr. Martin Luther King's extraordinary life while he converses with an angel.
Or a waiting room in heaven.
Theater happens right now.
Right here.
And it has a superpower that is inexorably linked to that tiny miracle we just told you about. Theater is, always has been, and will forever be present tense.
How does theater happen?
Well, you need two things, right? You need characters, and you need something that's performed.
And you need the
story.
Character and story. And for a character, one of my favorite teachers described a character as basically, a character is a problem with life, but it is the representation of a person. So we have to ask ourselves, what's a person? What's you? What makes you you? And in the end, it's simply the thoughts in your head. I mean, thoughts become memories, memories become other thoughts, which become memories, which become other thoughts. If I was like David Blaine and I could erase every mind in this auditorium, would you still be you? And that's the greatest gift that an actor has, to create that mind and let it manifest on stage. And if that alchemy works, and in the audience you lose sight between that performer and that character, then the magic happens.
No. Stop.
We're still married.
All right. So then what is story? So story is simply an organization of events that we put together to make sense of the world.
And why do we do this, Sharon? Why make theater? Is it the money?
Oh, it is definitely the money. It's the bling, right?
It's that pool in the backyard every time it floods. That just happened right there.
Right. No. Why do we make theater? We make theater because I make it because I'm a believer, complete and total convert to the power of theater. Because it opens hearts, it changes minds. I believe theater is so powerful it can alter destinies. And I can tell you that there's a reason that the art form has existed for more than 2,000 years, that people have gravitated to theater to make sense of their lives, to challenge their long-held beliefs, and to try to find their way to the highest aspirations that they have for themselves and their fellow travelers on this planet. And it's also really a lot of fun.
For me too, I've always prized awareness, being able to look at your mind and why you think the thoughts you think. We try to preach to our kids, always live the examined life. And I think that theater is certainly the most enjoyable and the easiest way to get there. It's the easiest way to find the why. And everybody has to find their why. Everybody out there has to find your why. And it's unique to every single one of you. And so we say, keep searching, keep creating, keep engaging, keep participating.
And keep living as best we can, as often as we can, 100% in the present tense. Yeah.
We got 10 seconds.
Well, we want you to see this last slide because we're going to say thank you. So hang on a second. Yeah. So there's Pure, yay. But there's David Mendel Photography. Y'all, he's been making us look quite exceptional for the last 20 years. So I wanted to make sure that those photos that you just looked at were all David
Those were all his
Mendel.
amazing photographs.